I thought I would talk about the Veteran Home Loans program a little bit and how there's a difference between eligibility and qualifying. So eligibility is about determining what you are eligible for. Most of the time when a veteran or active duty comes to me or a family member, the first thing I'm going to do is look for the certificate of eligibility. It's something that I can order for you, so you don't have to actually go to the VA for that. And the certificate of eligibility is going to tell me a few things. It's going to tell me if you're exempt from the funding fee or if there is a funding fee required. It will tell me if you are eligible and eligible for how much for the loan program. If you are disabled, it will also show me the amount of income that you're receiving for disability. That will show up on the certificate of eligibility also. So the first part in qualifying for the VA home loan is determining eligibility. A lot of times we'll ask for the DD-214. Many times that's not even required. If you're in the National Guard or Reserves, sometimes there are a few more questions that we need to ask of you and different forms, whether you have title, just depending on your service. So there's a lot of questions that we need to ask her. So that's the eligibility piece to it. The second part is about qualifying for the VA home loan, and that takes into play your income, your credit score, and the amount of funds that you have set aside. Not necessarily that you have to have funds set aside, because the beauty of the VA loan program is that it is 100% financing. So what that means to you is you do not have a down payment, the gap between the purchase price and the loan amount. So as an example, if your purchase price is $300,000, then your loan amount is also the $300,000. So there isn't a down payment to come up with, but there are always closing costs. The closing costs come from the lender, from the title company, and are costs that are set aside also to pay your property taxes and insurance. That's something that we go over in detail with you when we meet with you in person and talk about the items that show up on the loan estimate and talk about the closing cost. And then lastly, we're also going to want to look at your credit score to kind of see where you are with that credit, what's been going on with your credit score. Many people will go to Credit Karma or look at their credit card, and that'll give you an idea. We're going to run a credit report with the credit bureau and take a look at your credit scores. There's so many things involved in determining whether you qualify on a VA home loan. One of the things that's different than any other loan program is that we're going to calculate what your residual income is. So what that means is we're going to take whatever your gross income is, or the income that we're using to qualify, and then we're going to subtract the payment and all your monthly debts, car loans, credit cards, student loans. And the income that is left over is what is considered residual income. Now, VA actually has a chart put out that determines what residual income should be met by each client. Meaning, let's say you have a family member of 4. So the residual dollar amount will be on the chart, and we do a comparison as to what the actual residual requirement is versus what we're calculating. And it does change per state and by number of people in the family. So another factor to think about when you're thinking about the VA home loan program. The Veteran Home Loan Program is for veterans, active duty, and surviving spouse. And we also take into consideration if you have some type of disability with VA, that will also show up on your certificate of eligibility. That also helps eliminate your funding fee. I know that's a lot of information. Funding fee, closing costs, interest rates. These are all the things that we're going to go over with you in person and or over the phone to help you understand why it's such a great loan program. We always want you to feel free to reach out to your VA expert. Make sure you reach out to me with any questions that you might have so I can help you navigate the home loan process. Remember, don't think twice about asking Kathryn for home loan advice, and have a great day.